Thursday, 23rd September, 10:30 p.m. viewers. Hello and welcome. You're still watching us on ERi-TV, presenting you the domestic and international news prepared for this session live from our headquarters in Asmara. I'm Hermel Lagermai, inviting you to join us on our tonight's news broadcast. Let's start with the major headlines. Congress of National Union of Eritrean Women, Netherlands branch. Capacity upgrading training to teachers. Ebola vaccination begins in the Democratic Republic of Congo. And Turkey removes tariffs on US goods, paving way for strategic talks. In your detailed domestic news, the Netherlands branch of the National Union of Eritrean Women conducted its third Congress in the city of Amsterdam on 20 September. The Congress adopted a resolution to exert strong efforts in organizing the use and transferring noble societal values to the young generation. Mrs. Elsa Sium, chairperson of the Union branch, reported that the Union has carried out various activities, particularly in recruiting new members. She also called on the Congress to thoroughly review the activities undertaken so far and to design a practical action plan. Noting the commendable contribution of the National Union of Eritrean Women to national affairs, Mrs. Nugust Tsegai, head of the Union's European branch, expressed her confidence that the Netherlands branch will further strengthen its organizational capacity and its contribution to national development. Mr. Nagasi Kasa, Eritrea's ambassador to the European Union and to the Benelux countries, gave an extensive briefing on the role and contribution of Eritrean women in the struggle for national independence, safeguarding sovereignty, and in national development programs. He also expressed his expectation that the Congress will conclude with practical programs. The participants conducted extensive discussions on the organizational, political, and financial reports, and elected a new executive committee for a 3-year term. In other news, Eritrean nationals residing in Raleigh, North Carolina, participated in the international festival organization in their city, proudly representing their country. The Ministry of Education branch in Nakfa subzone has provided capacity upgrading training to teachers with the objective of improving the teaching and learning process. The training, which was provided to elementary teachers, directors, and supervisors, covered lesson planning, student evaluation, and curriculum development. Mr. Abdullahi Saleh, head of the Education Office in the subzone, called on the trainees to apply the knowledge they gained in participate and to the play role due to the improvement of the teaching and learning process. In Nakfa subzone, there are 52 schools ranging from kindergarten to high school. Reserved land in the Ansaba region is significantly contributing to the preservation of natural resources in general, while also enhancing forestry and domestic tourism, according to a report by Mr. Fsaha Hapta, head of the tourism department in the region. Mr. Fsaha stated that as a result of close follow-up and preservation efforts, biodiversity in the area remains in good condition. He also noted that Tunkullahas, rich in historic sites as well as cultural and religious traditions, has seen its forestry resources attracting increasing attention for domestic tourism. Mr. Kasata Tesfatsen, head of the Forestry and Wildlife Authority in the region, highlighted that Tunkullahas reserved land with historical significance and proximity to Kern is being given due to attention for preservation. The Tunkullahas reserved land was established in 2018. Mr. Karseta further stated that the Bagu reserved land, covering 1,200 hectares, hosts about 70 types of trees, and that similar conservation activities are being carried out in Lalumba, Itaber, and Ziban mountains. Mr. Habta Mariam Mahari, head of culture in the region, emphasized that the area is rich in religious and historical sites and called for integrated efforts to ensure their preservation. Dear viewers, do stay tuned for our international news right after the short break. Welcome back. Vaccination of frontline health workers and contacts of people infected with Ebola virus disease has begun in the Democratic Republic of Congo's Kasai province, where an outbreak of the disease has been declared. An initial 400 doses of the Ebola vaccine from the country's stockpile of 2,000 doses, pre-positioned in the capital Kinshasa, have been delivered to the current hotspots of the outbreak. Additional doses will be delivered to the affected localities in the coming days. The vaccine is being administered through a ring vaccination strategy, which entails vaccinating individuals at highest risk of infection after having come into contact with a patient confirmed with the virus. It is also recommended for healthcare and frontline workers responding to the outbreak who may be in contact with Ebola patients. The vaccine is safe and protects against the Zaire Ebola virus species, which has been confirmed as the cause of the outgoing outbreak. The International Coordinating Group on Vaccine Provision has approved around 45,000 additional Ebola vaccine doses to be shipped to the Democratic Republic of Congo as part of the ongoing outbreak response. In addition to the vaccines, treatment courses of the monoclonal antibody therapy drug have also been sent to treatment centers for clinical care. According to a statement by a country's Minister of Health, around 900 people who were in close contact with already infected individuals have been separated and 36 have died due to the deadly viral disease. WHO assesses the overall public health risk posed by the ongoing outbreak as high at the national level, moderate at the regional level, and low at the global level. Turkey removed the extra tariffs it put on several U.S. products during a 2018 diplomatic row, clearing the path for a White House summit. The move lifts duties on a range of goods that Ankara introduced after the United States raised taxes on Turkish steel and aluminum, when the two sides clashed over the arrest of an American pastor. Turkey's trade ministry said the step is part of a plan to lift two-way commerce to $100 billion. The move lands just before Thursday meeting between Turkey's President Tayyip Erdogan and U.S. President Donald Trump. The Turkish leader wants the summit to mark a turning point for the uneasy ties between the NATO allies and has proposed aircraft orders with Boeing Company and Lockheed Martin Corporation, worth tens of billions of dollars in total. The tariff rate the United States applied to Turkish goods was set at 15% in August, lower than many peers. This diplomatic and commercial outreach comes as the country works to rebuild ties with Washington after years of friction. Dear viewers, we are done with the news prepared for this session, and now it's time for a quick recap of the major headlines. Congress of National Union of Eritrean Women Netherlands branch. Capacity upgrading training to teachers. Ebola vaccination begins in the Democratic Republic of Congo. And Turkey removes tariffs on U.S. goods, paving way for strategic race. Ladies and gentlemen, that was all for tonight. Thank you for having us and have a blessed one.